we will have a meeting of a working group of the G20, the International Financial Architecture Working Group. So ये जो G20 है इसमें है 19 देश प्लस यूरोपियन यूनियन जो इनके मेंबर्स करीब 85% ऑफ ग्लोबल जीडीपी, over 75% of global trade और 2/3 of the world population comprise हैं इस G20 grouping में. और this grouping plays an important role in shaping and strengthening global financial architecture and governance on major international economic issues. So this group originated in response to a crisis, the Asian financial crisis. At that time when it was formed, it was a grouping of the finance ministers and central bank governors of these countries that comprise the G20. Then in 2008, when there was a global financial crisis, then it was elevated to summit level. So that means that the heads of state of these countries also began to meet every year. So the G20 presidency is now with India. So we took over from Indonesia last year, and from 1st December we assumed the presidency. You would have seen the president of Indonesia handing over the presidency of the G20 to Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji at the Bali summit last year. So from 1st December, India has the presidency of the G20 till 30th November. Now we represent the Ministry of Finance handles something called the finance track of the G20, and because there are many working groups in the G20 divided into two parts. One part is called Sherpa track, and the word Sherpa comes from the Nepali word Sherpa, who assists mountaineers in mountain climbing. So it's come just from that, because the Sherpa assists the leader of the country. So that track is handled by the Ministry of External Affairs and a number of ministries like agriculture, health, electronics and so on. Now the Ministry of Finance handles the finance track of this of the G20, and in the finance track we have 8 working groups and 8 work streams and 5 working groups. So in Chandigarh on 30th and 31st we have the first meeting of the International Financial Architecture Working Group, and as its name suggests, this International Financial Architecture Working Group it deals with the global financial architecture, and it particularly deals with how to strengthen the crisis response in times of crisis. जैसे जब pandemic हुआ था तो सबसे गरीब से गरीब देशों को किस तरह से और ज़्यादा support दिया जाए. And so it is basically a crisis response, and it particularly deals with how to strengthen the crisis response in times of crisis. जैसे जब pandemic हुआ था तो सबसे गरीब से गरीब देशों को किस तरह से और ज़्यादा support दिया जाए. And so it is basically a crisis response, how to strengthen global financial architecture to respond to crisis. So each working group will have about 4 to 5 meetings throughout the year. So the meeting of this group also will take place in different parts of India, and about 100 delegates from the G20 countries will come. There will also be representatives from invitee countries. So the presidency can invite some more countries in addition to the member countries. So they will also be represented, and international organizations. And this meeting will be inaugurated by Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Shri Narendra Tomar ji, and Honorable Minister of Food Processing Industries, Shri Pashupati Kumar Paras. And the meetings will be steered, will be conducted. This group has 2 co-chairs, country co-chairs, France and South Korea, who will co-chair the meeting. And along with that will be representatives of the Indian presidency from the Ministry of Finance and the Reserve Bank of India. And what this meeting will discuss over 2 days will be how to increase the stability and cohesion of India. We are also organizing side events so that there is a little more occasion to discuss certain issues in detail. So for this meeting, there will be a side event on CBDCs, that is central bank digital currencies, opportunities and challenges. This event has been organized by Reserve Bank of India. And the idea is to share experiences on different countries, because there have been some countries have introduced these CBDCs on a pilot basis. We have done it. So there will be a seminar, there will be a side event on that. Also, the aim of the Indian presidency is to build connect with the local people. The local people should also understand what this G20 is all about, which my colleague will also speak about. And after this meeting in Chandigarh, we will have this group, the same group, International Financial Architecture Working Group, will meet again in March, June and September in other places to take forward the discussion. So ultimately, whatever is discussed will go into certain outcome documents and reports and so on that will be brought out. And finally, all this will feed into something called the Leaders' Declaration, which is issued at the level of the summit. So with this is the brief background of the International Financial Architecture Group. Thank you.